So, I found this prison called the Command Proc prison, and today we're gonna debunk it.
This is Minecraft's Impossible Prison, the Command Block Prison. And this is one of the coolest prisons I've ever seen. It's equipped with deadly traps, really interesting puzzles, and much more. Stick around till the end of the video to see if I can escape. Anyways, let's start the video. Right as soon as I spawned in, I was inside of a bedrock box. I started instantly by looking around me. It didn't look like there were any secret passages or secret items, and in front of me there were two double iron doors. Luckily, I don't actually have to do anything except break them. After breaking the iron doors, I walked down the hallway to find a couple of items: a furnace, chest, brewing stand, and a cauldron. I walked over and decided to open up the chest. And just like that, I was successfully able to land in the very bottom part of the lava and avoid taking too much damage. Once I was finally at the bottom, I decided to look around. I then looked to my left and actually saw a sign that said "Place boats here." That was a huge hint. That was implying that I would need a boat. After looking at the sign, I walked to the corner of the room and noticed a zombie that was called Canadian's Friend. I put down one of my sands and got a better look at it, and it actually looked like it was covering something. And after I hit it a few times, it turns out it was actually stepping on top of a pressure plate. I decided to try to kill it because it looked like it was activating something that I would need to deactivate later if I wanted to continue this prison. After I killed the zombie, I decided to pick up the rotten flesh so whatever was being activated would no longer be activated, but that's when I noticed a hole in the wall that had a chest at the very end of it. I decided to open it and I found 7 wind charge inside of it, and that's when I realized that's how I would get back up. If you don't know what the wind charge is, it basically gives you a high boost, and after you jump, it could give you an even higher boost, allowing you to scale a wall of basically any height, so this is how I can get out. I collected all of my blocks and then got near the wall, ready to scale it and land on the bedrock platform using my wind charges. I successfully made it back up, and sure enough, when I walked back into the second room that I had found, there was a sapling sitting right on the ground that it came out of a dispenser in the ceiling above. I then made my way back to the room where the dirt block was and got ready to grow my tree so I could make my boat. I was sure to break the sign because, while it may seem surprising, some of the simplest items can have a critical use later on.
Oh wait, hold on, I need to different design now. Now we have a safe patch of grass, tira, yeah. Hey, we.
After I broke it, I got ready and placed my boat. Now, some of you might be confused on how a boat can help me. There's actually a really cool trick you can do with a boat. See, if you have a corner that looks like this, you can actually phase through any block, whether it's grass or bedrock or even a barrier or command blocks. As long as you have a boat in a corner just like this, you're able to phase through it, so that's exactly what I did. Okay, this next room was weird. I know a lot of you probably don't even know what or how this is, but this is with no mods or even commands. This is what's known as an infinity room, and it looks unescapable until you realize, after I collected all of them, I broke the glass and continued into the next room. The next room was weird. It was really big, and all it seemed to have was a chest with a water bucket inside, but this would actually be very useful and handy. I searched throughout the room, but all I could really find was a 1x1 block hole that I could only get into by either A, using my trapdoors, or B, use my water bucket. After deciding to go inside the hole, I started going into crawl mode and started exploring. I kept crawling through the area I was in. It looked like some sort of maze I could only access through by crawling. I kept crawling until I noticed an area that caught my eye. It was an area with cobwebs. While it did make me crawl slower, I realized I could actually collect these. I went back to the big weird room I had found at the beginning and crafted a wooden sword using some wood that I had from the tree earlier. Then, after crafting my sword, I broke the cobwebs and was able to get 4 string from it, the perfect amount to make a block of wool. I kept crawling through the tunnel until I noticed an area that had command blocks at it. I was assuming that this is where I had to go, but I was still sure to check every single area of the tunnel to make sure I wasn't missing any critical items that I may need later for the escape. After that, I decided to make my way down the hall, and then I stepped on a pressure plate which is on top of the command block. After I was teleported, I had realized that all of my items out of my inventory had been taken except my water bucket and the 4 string that I had, but then that's when I saw it, the exit to the prison. I would finally be able to get out. I did have a water bucket, but I decided I was going to escape this prison the way it was intended, so I took my string and crafted the wool block I needed to get up on top of the platform so I could get out. The last thing I needed to do now was MLG outside the prison so I could finally escape. I successfully landed the MLG. This allowed me to escape the prison and finally get out of Minecraft's impossible prison, the command block prison. You guys have a great day. Like and subscribe and goodbye.